check those things off on the list and see, man, God really moved. At the end, your mind will be blown on how. Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to Unfolding Grace with Nakia. If this is your first time here, I am so glad that you are here. And if you've been rocking with me from the beginning, welcome back and thank you. Today's message is simple, but it's real. And it's going to be a message on start where you are. We often tell ourselves, I'll start when I'm stronger. I'll speak up when I'm more confident. I'll move when I feel ready. But if we wait for those particular times to happen, we will always be stuck where we are. Sometimes in the midst of the storm, in the midst of the mess, you have to be able to stand up and take small steps to be able to move through certain situations. If you just stop, the world will keep going and you will still be stuck right where you are. So you don't want to get left behind. The truth is, you don't have to be perfect to begin. You don't need all the answers. You don't need to feel qualified. You don't need to be qualified. You just need to show up exactly as you are. The plans that you have, the new businesses that you want to do, the mindset that you want to have, the change that you have, that you want to make, it all starts with one moment. Like I said last video, it all starts with one thought. Then the thought you have to take action, whether that's writing down the steps, reading a book on how to, watching a YouTube video. I mean, there's so many things on YouTube that I have learned how to do that if YouTube didn't exist, I wouldn't know how to do. But the first step is, say you want to be able to change your own oil in a car. If you put into YouTube the type of car that you have and oil change, there is somebody on there that will literally take you step by step on how to do it. And when I tell you you can do it, you can do it if you follow those steps that they set. It's the same thing as when you're setting goals for yourself or when you're starting something new. You have a mind, your mind has a thought. From that thought, you write it down. From you writing it down, you write down a plan on actions, but you want to make sure that you're taking the first step, which is writing the plan down. And as you go through those steps, you're not looking at the full picture yet. You're saying, what can I do at this time to be able to just start? And from there, watch everything just explode. Okay. So you may be broken, tired, unseen, but even in that moment, God sees you. He's already working with what's in your hand. The problem is that sometimes we don't see what we have in us, and lots of times the people around us see it, and they encourage us to go out and do that dream or that vision, but because we don't have that confidence and we're not seeing it, then we don't take the initiative to go out there and just start. And that's the thing. God always starts with what's in your hand, because remember, David didn't need Saul's armor. Moses stuttered, and when God asked Moses, what he said to him was, "What's in your hand?" He didn't say, "Hey Moses, go down to such and such, grab this, grab that, and then you know what, put it together and this is how it's going to work." No, he said, "What's in your hand?" And it was a rod, and God used that rod that Moses already had. He didn't have to go out and search for something else. It was something that he already had. Ruth had lost everything, but they all started where they were. And God met them right there. So he'll definitely meet you right there where you are. But one, you have to be honest with where you are, what you want, what you envision, and then take the steps to write them out. Write the vision, make it plain so they may run. And so it's like you have to be able to say to yourself, okay, or not even to yourself. You're speaking to the Lord. And I think that sometimes we feel like the Lord is far away, and he's not. He's in you. So in speaking to the Lord, you're going to give him the desires of your heart. So what you're going to say is something as in, Lord, I'm asking you to help me to open up this new business. What I want to do is, God, I want to open up I'm just throwing something out there. This isn't my vision or what I want to accomplish, but I'm just using this as an example. I want to open up an ice cream shop, and in this ice cream shop, when people come, I want to be playing scriptures in the air. I want the atmosphere. I want people to, when they come, they hear a word. I want the ice cream name to be Bible characters. I'm just using this as an example. So when somebody comes in, they're like, oh, I want Deuteronomy 3 and some, like, you know what I'm saying, verse, whatever, like, you know what I'm saying, just some type of experience where people can come and be encouraged, like, you know, an ice cream shop where people can come and get prayer, get their favorite prophets ice cream, and, you know, but I'm using that example, but what I'm saying is you want to be all the way from the smallest thing to the largest thing. You want to make that request to God. That way, you know, God hears your request, and then you're moving on in the favor of God. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, it helps you to be able, because God already knows. He already knows what your vision is. He already knows what you're going to ask him before you ask him. He already knows it. But when you say it, you're stepping out on faith, saying, God, this is the plan, and I know that you are able to make it happen. And then from there, you'll begin to see, in the process of you moving forward, your prayers being answered. And the one cool thing is about it, if you write down your prayer and what you ask God for, you'll be able to check those things off on the list and see, man, God really moved. At the end, your mind will be blown on how you can take a little idea and God can make that idea phenomenal. So just don't give up and start. Zechariah 4:10 says, do not despise these small beginnings, for the Lord rejoices to see the work begin. So you don't have to figure it out, like I said. You just have to take the next faithful step. And if that step is watching this video today, you're already walking. So start from the middle, start from the mess, start from the healing, start from the quiet space where no one claps. If you feel yourself like going through, I would say, like a healing journey where you're going to therapy, you're reading books on healing, you're working out the family mess, the family drama, the things that you've gone through as a child, trauma, those things, that part of going through and healing is messy. That part is traumatic. No one's going to be clapping you through that. Some people are going to be like, are you crazy? You're going to go back through that? Just move forward. Well, sometimes you can't move forward if you don't deal with the trauma that happened in the past. You have to go back, work on that thing, and then move forward. And as God begins to heal you through that process, that is not a glorious process. You're going to go through some days where you're going to cry, some days that you don't want to even get out of bed, some days where you don't even want to encourage somebody. Sometimes you are going to have a hard time encouraging yourself. But the process of healing, once you've gone through that, once you've processed that, once you've been able to face those particular situations, you have so much growth that you're able to help someone else grow through. But you have to be your biggest cheerleader through that process. You have to not give up. You have to know that when you're going through that healing process, there is greatness on the other side, and you have to be able to keep going with the faith that God is with you through it all. God sees you through it all. God will never leave you or forsake you, but he's always going to see you through, and that he is there as your father to continue to walk through it with you, because you're not walking through it alone. Whatever journey that you are taking in your life right now, just remember, you are not alone. You have people on your side that is fighting with you. You have a God that is bigger than you and is bigger than the people who are fighting against you and is for you, and he's there just waiting for you to just pray and build that relationship with him. And just like you would build a relationship with a family member, a friend, a new person in your life, you can build that same relationship with God by spending time with him, spending time in your word, meditating on his word, rejoicing, giving him props for, waking you up in the morning, clothing in your right mind, like your health, like the things that you're going through. Just praise him for every little moment of your life and just build that connection, because that connection is what's going to take you through. That connection is what's going to help you to build your future. That connection is going to help you to be able to take the next steps when you feel like giving up, and God is like, nah, daughter, I got your back. Nah, son, I got your back. And so you want to just make sure that you are growing that relationship with him and knowing that that is the most important relationship that you will ever have in your life. And God is already cheering you on. So just continue to move forward and just know that you're important, you're loved, and you have greatness inside of you. So if this spoke to you today in any way, I'd love for you to go ahead and drop a butterfly down in the comments, or just say starting today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will be here next week unfolding with you, one layer at a time. Have a wonderful day, you guys. Remember, I love you, you matter, and there's grace for you right now. So until next time, keep unfolding. Bye.